Hi, I'm Nadia Dunn. Welcome to CCL TV. We're here at the WMX EMEA event in Dubai, and joining me is Mark from CEP-Research. Thank you so much for being here. It's lovely to see you again. Now, can you start by telling us a bit about the company and your role?
Well, thanks, Nadia, for having me here. CEP-Research is basically has been founded 2015. We're an online portal providing daily news on the global courier express parcel postal market, providing newsletters and research material as well for the industry, for the suppliers of the industry and the players in the industry. With the second pillar doing individualized market research topics. And we have been for over like 15 years in this market, and I really enjoy the World Mail Awards event to provide us.
And what's the USP of the company?
I think the USP is definitely that we have a lot of market know-how. Paul Needham, who's my chief executive officer, and Torben Schönershofen, who's our head of market research. They've been like over 20 years in the market. Paul, especially since almost 30 years, starting off at Reuters Air Cargo Services once that service was still available. Joining me in 2015. We do have a very good network and connection within the postal and the parcel industry. Mm-hmm. We've been able to build up over the years. That's one thing. The second one is really that we are not just providing news per se, like copying and pasting any news that are coming out, but we are really looking into the actual news. We are researching about it, and we're trying to get more out of the actual company or the event that takes place in order to provide the industry with some additional qualitatively high information and material. Yeah.
So what does coming to this event do for you?
Oh, it's basically, first of all, to network, to feel the buzz. I mean, now after 2 years of COVID, it does really feel good.
Yeah.
And you do realize, I mean, especially after these 2 years, that there has been a lot of change, things happening, companies evolving, trying to be innovative, looking at different tactics and strategies. Mm-hmm. So just to get the feeling about strategy, the tendency, the trends in the industry, and picking up on that. Getting into conversations and discussing about the actual trends that are in the industry, but as well the problematics that are there.
Tell us about the trends.
Well, I mean, obviously, the trends, I would say, like, there's going to be a lot of change coming up. I mean, COVID, the problems that we have in China with the supply chain, especially the situation with Ukraine and Russia, has had a lot of impact already and will still have a lot of impact on the supply chain, on the global supply chain, on the economy. I believe that we will have to rethink a lot of things concerning the way that we are producing, the way that we're distributing across the globe. So, my point of view, there's going to be a lot of change, especially for Europe now, talking about Europe, that we will not offshore too much, but nearshore a lot towards Eastern Europe, producing, warehousing, distribution to be coming out of Central Eastern Europe to cover the European sector. We have to see how the economy is going to work out. I mean, there's a lot of price pressure on all the operators. Volumes have been declining now the first quarter based on high growth last year, and that is not easily compensated with all the operational costs that the carriers have currently. So they will have to rethink about that. There's a lot of lack of drivers as well in the industry. So there's going to be a problematic in terms of the last mile, definitely. So a lot of challenges that need to be coped, and so how to handle the last mile, how to handle the operational costs, and the whole shift in the supply chain that's going to occur in the next 5 years, definitely.
Yeah, well, with all those challenges, there's some hard times ahead.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, a lot of costs rising, fuel costs. In Germany, we're going to have the so-called Mindestlohn, so the minimum wage being put up by the end of this year, that's going to have a lot of impact. So the companies will have to digitalize more, scale up, find other ways of handling that situation. And even my belief is that there's going to be a lot of more cooperation needed between the so-called carriers and who are competing in these markets. So a lot of competition needs to cooperate more and more to be more efficient.
And where does sustainability fit into all of that? Obviously, that's a huge topic.
Yeah, I was just about to actually drop that one as well. So yeah, fuel consumption, congestions, and cities and urban areas are like really a challenge. I think that's a political decision as well that needs to be taken, and I think cities and governments need to bring out policies in order to really have a control or to push the carriers to rethink about that, to develop micro depots around cities, and to have only one carrier actually doing the last mile. It's really unsustainable to have like 5 carriers dropping off each one parcel at the same location. So that needs to be consolidated. Obviously, hybrid and electric mobility is going to be one thing in order to reduce the CO2 emissions. So that's additionally a heavy impact that there's going to be there on the carriers.
Well, fingers crossed for a greener future.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
So tell us, what do you think about CCL TV being here at the event?
It's totally great. I mean, it's really nice to meet you guys here. I had a very good chat with Rudy as well early on this morning. I think it's a really nice and a very good concept that came out of it. So I'm really looking forward to see more from CCL TV. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you'll come and join us again soon, and good luck with the rest of the event.
Thank you.
Thank you.